everyone, it's Sonia here from Sonia's Mixed Media, and I have finished a journal. This is my collage slash junk book slash altered book mixed media journal, and you may have seen this one in a previous video. I think I had it up last year where I started it. Well, it's finally finished. And yeah, I thought I'd do a bit of a flip through, and you can see all the delightfulness inside. So this was my first page here. Just try to adjust this camera a bit. Sorry about the awful noise. That might be better. There we go. So like I said, this is a bit of a sort of junk journal, collage, mixed media. It's got everything from collage, magazine images to vintage sewing, accessories, bits of fabric, stickers, oh, and this is coming off, tape, all sorts in here. Just whatever I felt like doing. So it's a real kind of just a journal that I played with and just did interesting layouts in. Yeah, there's no sort of rhyme or rhythm to it. It's just art, basically. And yeah, anyone can do this sort of thing. This one I really like because of all the colours matching in together. So a lot of tape on this one. I just used that plastic tape I got from my husband's stash. I think it's like some sort of electrical tape maybe. It's like a real plasticky, but it sticks pretty well. And it comes in all sorts of colours like red, green, blue, yellow and black. Some more vintage hook and eyes up here, some collage, some paint. This has got layers of paper. There's a piece of paper under this one with writing on it. Again, more collage and paint, just silliness really. This has just got some white gesso in the background, and this is from a newspaper. It's some sort of band advertisement. Really liked the writing and the bird on that. This is one of my favourite sort of layouts that sort of go together. This was a paper doll that you could cut out, but I never used. Some tea-dyed calico, old papers, washi tape. Oh, what's that tape called when you do painting? Oh, can't think of the name now, but just that ordinary tape you get at the hardware store. Collage image. So I'll just go through and flip through. Yeah, I don't really know too much. This has just come off. What to say about this journal? It's just creative art, whatever I felt like doing on the day. And there was no real, like, lot of hard study into what's going on the pages. It's just whatever I saw. Like, you can see I kind of tried to match colours as much as I could, but there wasn't a whole lot of thought process going into them. It's just letting go and just putting whatever you want down. So this has even got one of the tea bag little tag things I've taped in here. And this is a bit of plastic, it's just come off. It was stuck, but just a bit of plastic, I think, from one of those plastic folders. I'll have to stick that back on. This one here is a favourite layout because I just think it all goes nicely together. When you add paint to your two double pages, it really helps to blend them in together. And I added a rusty ring and just glued that on top of the picture here. And yeah, there's a bit of vintage lace in the middle, which I helped to just secure the binding of the journal, but I also like the look of it. These are some vintage needles that I glued down. This was out of one of those little vintage needle books where you hold your needles in. This is, I just cut one of the felt pieces out of the book. And then I really liked this girl here. Just love the colours, the hair, the way she's posing. And then I found this yellow piece here that said hip zone. So I put it where her hips are. I don't know. Just an old envelope, rusty paper clip. And I don't know, someone gifted me this and it's got life is and please check that apply. So I've got ticked fabulous, and then I just put when I'm creating art. So I've just got that tag in there. Just a bit of yellow paper here. I liked the numbers on this because it looks like they've been embroidered on fabric. It's quite a big book, this one. This is a vintage 1951 magazine, and it's probably twice as big as a normal magazine you get today. Yeah, and I really love the size of it. It was really fun to work in. This image here is I'm very fond of. It's like a really rusted Volkswagen, and I used to have a Volkswagen, and I think it looks really cool. And this image was gifted by Heidi here on YouTube, so thank you, Heidi, for that image. It's one of my favourites. Some vintage lace. This was all one spread in a magazine, so put that in, just caught my eye. I don't even know what it is, something to do with beer or something. I have vintage calico with embroidery on it. That was from a vintage apron. This bit of, I don't know, this bit of leather here was off of a vintage handbag, I think. So I just kind of taped that in. Yeah, picture of some sausages. Don't ask me why. A packet of dye that I had bought when I was dyeing some wool. Never got around to using it for that, but I did use it for something else. So that's the packet. This looked wonderfully aged, and I just sewed it in really roughly into that page there. Oh, this page here, I hope you can see this. I probably got the camera too close now. Yeah, this is a tag off of my eldest daughter's formal dress that she got last year when she graduated, and I just put it on this key ring, and I did have it stuck down here, but it's come off. Collage. Yeah, scrapbook paper and a piece of fabric, denim there. And then I have this wonderful girl here in this awesome dress. Just loved her, painted. And then there's a picture probably can't see this, but this is a brain behind that. Yes, a brain. And this is a bit of packaging, I think food packaging, either, I don't know, something, some vegetables or meat or something came on this packaging, and I really like the texture of it. So I cut it out, washed it, and yeah, I've stuck it over the top here like a kind of window. Then this is just a collage, old textbook page. Love this girl with her goggles on. This is just a bit of cardboard from a bit of packaging that looks like a zipper, so I thought that was pretty cool. This here is a piece of sandpaper that I used in my art, and it's still got a bit of the yellow pencil on there. Collage images, another envelope. This isn't a tag, I stuck that in the background, just like a gear. More collage. This I got in a little bag of tags from the thrift store. I didn't colour it in, it was already coloured in. And this guy here was some mixed media collage that I did in a different journal that I tore out because I never finished the journal. I think it's pretty cool. He's got carrots growing out of his brain and carrot ears. Don't ask me why, it just is. Yellow page. All started with this here. This is another ad for a band. Just liked that, caught my eye. Some collage. Had this yellow see-through plastic, stuck that on. Sticky notes. Again, that plastic window stuff I stuck on the building. This I just loved just the way it was, so I just painted the background page and just stuck the whole thing on. It was a double spread in a fashion magazine. Just loved it, so didn't really do anything to it. This one here's got a whole bunch of mixed media on it. So we got collage. This was already in the background image on the page. It was someone's art. Tape. I've got tissue paper with keys, collage, vintage doily, vintage crewel needles, 25 cents. Vintage price there. A tag and more collage. Now this page here is, I actually had about 5 of these magazines, these 1950s magazines, and I used a lot of images out of them, cut a lot of them up, but this is the only magazine that I didn't cut anything out of. So what I did was those other magazines, these were all the vintage, well not all of them, but some of my favourite vintage ads that were in those magazines, and I think they're all pretty cool. So there's a cider ad. What's this? This is for a hotel. Carpeting. This is for Eno. Eno's still around. I like Eno. It says, Eno clears your bloodstream of impurities. You feel fine all day. I don't know about that. I think Eno's more for indigestion and heartburn. But yeah, that's their advertising. Shoes. There's this guy up here. It says a free trial. I don't even know what this is. Some machine he's hooked up to, but looks a bit sinister. This is some liquor, cigarette ads, of course. You don't get those in the papers anymore. This guy's just fantastic. Love this bartender. Petroleum, love that vintage ad. And Spices individual writing papers, so that was good. Grace in movement. And this is for skirts. School race skirts are designed for you to wing each step you take with freedom. Each one with an ample hem so you can always key the length to current fashion. There you go, that's when clothes were made to last. You can make the hem go up and down as you please. This is my next page. Again, a lot of mixed media, a lot of that tape, collage, background images, more tape, calico. Yeah, that's Amelia Earhart there. This one, just collage bits, bit of washi tape. This is a cardboard cutout of some inner soles I bought. Don't ask me why, just put it in there. I like this page. This is cool. I love this guy holding this huge pill bottle. Feels like me some days. This is like soils and things to put in your soil, I think, to make them better. Just love the texture of these. This is drop paper, baking paper, wax paper that I use with all the paint left on it from journaling. This is a found poem. So this is a book page and I blacked out words to make a poem. So one thing at a time, and this is what I've got. Imagine staring, people watching, wondering, the twilight, seeing, simply looking. Constantly, moments will gradually disappear. 1 week, each day, curb our instinct. What matters? Conscious choice, habit for your mind. That's my little poem. My little poem I made. Let's put that in with a rusty safety pin. Oh, there's more to the story. Yeah, don't know. Layers of collage here. Just like the colours, I think, in that one. Here we got Alice in Wonderland, a golf ball shattering glass. I don't know. A bit more of that waxed paper. Vintage book page from a typing book. Aha, this page is dedicated to Stephanie from, hi Stephanie, from Leather and Jade here on YouTube, and she was making little little ones of these. I forgot what she called them. Thinking hats, or I'm not sure, but you can make these any size you want. I made a huge one for this journal, and basically you do a collage, find a guy or a girl with a hat, and then you can lift the hat out and see what he's thinking. And this one's saying, hi Stephanie, thanks for the idea. And what do men all think about? They think about their lovely leaves. So yeah, that's his thinking hat. So if you'd like to know how to make one of these, go look up Leather and Jade. It's all one word. And yeah, she shows you how to make these, and you can make them any size you want, basically, depending how big your picture is. And they would be fantastic for artist trading cards too. But yeah, they are awesome. Thank you for that idea, Stephanie. Then over to this page, vintage writing, collage, and then we lift it up and there's just layers of collage here, washi tapes and flips and just nonsense really. And this is my last page, so it's just a kind of whitish bluish page with some glitter on it and shells, and this girl with foam all over her, and this, and I just love the layout basically. And that is the very last page. And then at the back I've just written my name and the years. So I started it last year and finished it this year. So that there is my mixed media collage journal flip through. I hope you enjoyed it, and please leave a comment if you liked. Please subscribe for more, and have a great week. Bye.